It's nice to have a single super red Ancistrus in this tank with one Betta splendens. I usually only feed the Ancistrus every other day because I want to encourage it to eat the algae off the leaves of particularly the slow growing plants like Anubias and Java fern. The Ancistrus spends most of its time hidden behind the hardscape below the double sponge filter. When I add a fluval bug bite or algae wafer, Betta usually picks at it until the Ancistrus decides to make his way to the forefront, and once he gets a hold of it, the Betta usually won't have a chance at any more of it. Of course, I feed the Betta its favorite food, frozen bloodworms and Betta pellets. Careful not to overfeed the fish, but this duo get along quite well in this tank. Hygrophila corymbosa is doing okay here. Water wisteria is holding on, but it's not growing as well as it does in my CO2 injected tank. I'm hopeful that eventually I'll have a much lusher aquascape here, but without CO2 injection, success with plants is usually quite moderate. I'm slowly adding Java moss to the hardscape about the epiphytic aquatic plants. I'm hopeful it'll take off in the tank. I have some Rotala rotundifolia that's doing well and growing tall in the back, and also some Rotala and some unidentified stem plants that were struggling in another tank, so I moved them to the foreground in this tank. Hopefully they'll recover and won't look so leggy. Overall, I'm quite happy with my 29-gallon aquascape. A 10-gallon seems a bit small for an Ancistrus, and I find it best to have a Betta by itself as far as fish that like to take food from the surface of the water. I did have black neon tetra in the tank with the Betta, but they tend to gobble up the food before the slow Betta can get to it. And I'm moving towards unheated tanks, and although an Ancistrus might do okay in an unheated tank, it's definitely a bad idea for a Betta.